Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. It is confirmed the date when there is no ICE car anymore sold in Europe is 2035. The European Union has confirmed that yesterday, so we can now say the future is bright for Tesla, especially in Germany and the European Union. And it will be very interesting to see what the German car makers that are still dominating the ICE car business in Europe will do by then. So let's look into the vote. We have the Green Party, the SPD, which are both in the government in Germany, that voted for it. We have the Left Party on the right side and a few others from smaller parties. And of course, we have the CDU, which is the party of Angela Merkel in the past. Now Angela Merkel is not there anymore, but this is the party that she was in. And we have the Free Democrats, which are actually in the government in Germany, that voted against it as well. And then we have the AfD. For those that don't know what the AfD is, it's pretty much like a bit like the Republican Party in the United States. So it's a far-right party, just to put that in perspective. In general, they are against EVs. And for the CDU, they are supported by the lobbyism of the car industry. So it is no surprise that they voted against it as well. So just giving you a perspective here, what kind of votes we have in Germany and Europe now. Now, the question is 2035 actually too late? Some people are saying, like in those cities here, for example, that in those cities you cannot use an ICE car anymore. So if you want to drive your ICE car through Amsterdam, this is not going to be possible in 2030 anymore. In some cities like Oslo, it is already since 2020 the case. Now let's look into the German market. As I'm personally German, it is very interesting to compare that to the market in Norway. So you see Norway is at 79.3% right now. And if we look into the graph for Germany, we have done some good work here. I mean, we are at 17.7%. And if everything is working well, we could achieve 24.7% this year. Now, if we look into 2035, we see it's going to be way earlier that people are going to buy an EV. If this trend is continuing like it did in Norway, we could already see by 2028, 83% of the cars, the new cars, being EVs. So the question will be if it's still profitable for the current car makers to still produce ICE cars in 2028 or 2029. That is the open question, because the capacity is going to be the issue, the costs are going to be the issue, and it could go much faster. Now, German car makers still have some time here, but Tesla is expanding here in Giga Berlin, and I'm expecting the market for EVs to grow rapidly, even though that many people are still skeptical and the lobbyism is still strong and many people are trying to work against the trend of EVs. But I think if you are currently putting all your energy into trying to stop this trend, it is a better advice for big car makers to now step up and move into EVs, because they could disappear if they don't do that. And Tesla, of course, has still a lot of struggles and still a lot of things to improve. We should still consider that as a fact. But if Tesla is really going for it and is announcing a smaller EV this year, then I'm seeing a lot of customers moving to Tesla in the future. Now, it is not only a German site, but as well an English-speaking site, and you can go on ecarreview.com and you can vote based on your Tesla experience, how the Tesla is. And I would really like to see you there. I do have my own group as well, and we can all bring the EV business forward by sharing your experience and convincing other people to buy an EV. Now, in Germany, we had lots of people not receiving any software updates, and there were some that received some software updates, but then not everything. And now there's a new software update rolling out, as well with the auto steering wheel heat, which is very important because some people didn't receive it. And it's the same with the sign recognition in Germany. Some people received it, some not. So I do expect here that we actually going to see some updates very soon. Furthermore, we had a software issue yesterday, especially with phones. There was a error for 503 server maintenance all day long for 3-4 hours. It was actually pretty weird because Tesla normally doesn't have those issues. But it was solved later on. Felix Hamer was talking about that as well. I had a lot of feedback from my viewers. Now, Mexico, it looks like it could really happen. They are very outspoken here, especially the foreign minister Marcelo Ebrard. He is actually saying that it could be announced on the 1st of March. Now that's going to be interesting as well. Which kind of factory for what product will it be built? That is still some open question that we have to wait for. Not only is the next factory interesting, but as well what's happening here between Shanghai and Europe. We have lots of carriers on their way. There will be a lot of cars that Tesla can sell in Europe. Again, I just want to give you a reminder that the ultrasonic sensor issue, even though many people commented on it, that they don't have any issue with that because they had no sensors in the past, and they don't understand the issue with people here. But it seems like people are always finding an issue, and the ultrasonic sensors are a major issue right now that are holding back some customers to buy a Tesla. Now, George Soros actually bought the Tesla stock when it was going down pretty near the bottom. And this is what always happens. Private investors are going out and big investors are going in when the moment is right. And this is what they are famous for. And this is another example that you shouldn't panic. If the stock is going down, we are now back up and the stock is moving further yesterday as well. And we have already reached $210 in euros. That is close to 190, not 185 euros. And we are up by 56.64% this year since the beginning of the year. And I think we are approaching here, if we continue like that, a 100% gain, maybe even till the 1st of March. After that, it's going to get critical, as I do think that some people might take their profit and go, but many people are in for the long term. And this is the major and most important part of the Tesla stock. It's like Microsoft or Apple. People are holding it for a long time. The only issue is that you don't receive any dividends so far, but maybe Tesla is going to change that in the future, but they don't have to do that yet as the stock is continuing to rise. And I think we're going to see an all-time high, maybe this year or latest next year. But I think many people will realize that the investment into the Tesla stock is a wise one, especially if you are in there for the long term. For the German market, I do expect lots of work and bashing against EVs in the next few weeks, especially now as the European Union has confirmed the ICE death by 2035 when it comes to new vehicles sold. Let me know your opinion down below, and I wish you a wonderful day, and thank you very much for being here today. Hopefully I see you here tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Bye bye.